idømmer det her med 16 års fængsel i henhold til paragraf 237 om manddrab og paragraf 119 om vold mod tjenestemandsfunktion.
Well, there I was, having a bad day. Actually, I was having a bad week, but fuck it. I was sitting in a bar minding my own business. I was having what I always had, whiskey on the rocks. So, where was I? Oh yeah, I was sitting there minding my own business when the three young men behind me really started to get on my nerves. They were not from around here. They looked like they owned the place, even though they didn't. I had to teach them a lesson. So I drank the rest of my whiskey, and I went outside. I went outside to get my cigarette. So I just stood outside, waiting for the three scumbags. While I was waiting, I was enjoying my smoke, like I always did. After a while, the three young men came outside. I had to show them whose turf they were on. A couple of days later, I met up with some of my local friends, Big Johnny and TJ. We were sort of a crew. Johnny was the one with the muscles, I was the one with the brain, and TJ was the one with all the connections. So, this was our place. This is where we'd hang out every Thursday and just have fun, be men, shoot pool, drink beer, and talk business. TJ told me something about some deals going on at the countryside. Big Johnny and I decided to go check it out first thing in the morning. After a while, I ended up sitting all alone in this stupid bar. But I wasn't done. I needed to get some shots. Actually, some shots was not what it was. It was actually a lot of shots. So, I sat in the bar all alone, and after a while, I kind of decided to cut off the shots and just drink some beer. So, I sat there alone and drank the last of my beer and prepared to go home. What I didn't know back then was that the police were onto my crew and I. They were following us. They're just looking for us to make a mistake so that they can take us down. I sort of made a mistake 2 days ago when I showed those poor fellas whose turf they were on. But today wasn't the day where they were gonna get me. I went home before they came to take me down. They didn't know my location, so I was lucky. I went home to get some sleep, so just to rest. Tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow's the day where Johnny and I were gonna deal. He was gonna pick me up in the morning, and I was quite excited because this was a very big deal, which includes a lot of money, a lot of drugs, and of course a big amount of weaponry. I literally fell asleep the second my head hit the pillow. I woke up the next morning. It was quite early. My head was feeling 2 sizes too big. But I had to be ready. Today was the day. Johnny and I were gonna deal. Johnny picked me up at about 1 PM or something like that. I brought my gun like I always do in big deals. You never know who you're gonna meet, how they are, and what they could possibly do. So Johnny and I drove all the way on to the countryside. What we didn't know back then was that we were being set out by the fucking police. They must have somehow tricked TJ into telling us about the steal, so that they could take us down just the way they wanted.
Løb med! Gør det. Du er skide bedre end dem. Du er skide bedre end dem, hvis du gør det.